I can take you there.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how this colorful eye makeup look, so keep on watching. Okay, for primer today, I'll be using my e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer in Fair Rose, and I'll be basically blending it out using like a flat brush, and I'll be putting that all over my eyelid, closer to my eyebrows. Okay, for the palette we're using today is the BeautyBay Bright Matte palette, and we're going to be dipping into that purple shade, and we taking that on like a fluffy brush, and I'll be basically putting that all over my eyelid to kind of start off the base for the eyeshadow look today. Okay, next I'll be going in with this black shade, and I'll kind of be dipping it deepen the purple shade, kind of add like dimension to the eye look, since I want to have like a dark base for when I cut my crease, so the other light color can balance off of it. Okay, next we'll be going into this shade called Dragon Fruit, and I'll be basically adding that pink above that purple I just did and kind of blend it outward. So basically every color eyeshadow color I've been using today, I'll blend upwards towards like my eyebrows and like outwards. But anyway, so the pink I using will help blend out the purple, and I went in with my orange and went on top of that pink, and it kind of like ombre affect those colors that I'm using. Okay, and then I'm going to dip into this yellow, and I'll be basically adding that as like the last like transition to the ombre effect that I was doing from the purple to the yellow. That's the transition I'll be going with, and I'll be basically blending that all over the remaining areas of my eyes today. Okay, and I'll be going in with my makeup remover, basically kind of create a solid base for when I add my white concealer. Then the concealer I used was the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer in Fair Rose from earlier. And with that makeup remover, I basically removed the remaining eyeshadow first, and then added the concealer on top. And then I placed this green bright green looking color on top. That way the green can actually look like the actual color it represents on the inside the eyeshadow pan. And I will basically put that green on my eye using a flat eyeshadow brush. Okay, and now I went in with that same black and purple shade we used earlier from what we did off base, and I basically took that on a fluffy brush and kind of put that towards the end of where we cut our crease to kind of create like a finish, so where you can't tell that you cut your crease. And I basically went in with a e.l.f. liquid eyeliner to kind of finish off the look. Okay, and then I went in with my NYX glitter eye primer, and I put that towards like the on top of the green eyeshadow a little bit, kind of like towards like the outer parts of it, so I can have like a little touch of glitter. And the glitter I use is from Stila liquid eyeshadow and Follow the Sun. It's kind of like a goldy yellow reflect glitter, and I like it because it's kind of gold and kind of matches the look I was going for today. And the lashes and mascara, I'll be using the Maybelline Lashsensationals and the i.Envy 3D Glam in 24. Okay, for primer today, I'll be using my Fourth Ray Beauty Coconut Milk Serum. And I'll be basically putting that all over my face. I kind of like using this as a primer because it's not heavy and it's not too light. And for basically, I'll be starting with concealer instead of foundation. So for concealer, I'll be using my LA Girls Pro Concealer in Chestnut. Now I'll be putting that underneath my eyes, my forehead, and on my chin areas. For foundation, I'll be using the Juvias Place Velvet Matte Liquid Foundation in Angola. And I'll be taking that on the outer portions of my face where I didn't use the concealer. And I'll be basically blending that in with the e.l.f. Sponge. Okay, and for powder, I'll be using my BlackRadiance Loose Setting Powder in Banana. I'll be placing that all over my face where I need to set my concealer and my foundation. But I mainly focus on the area where I put my concealer because I didn't want it to crease underneath my eyes. Okay, going back into the eyes, I took this blue shade and this black shade and I put them underneath my lash line, and I also did like a gradient effect with those two colors. So I kind of started off with the blue first, then the black, and I kind of went back and forth try to make a gradient effect. And I also put white eyeshadow, or white liners rather, in my waterline. Okay, for the face portion, I took this brown shade right here, and I basically used that as my contour slash bronzer shade, and I put that on like an angle brush, and I put that around the perimeters of my face and on my nose. Okay, for a highlight today, I use this Anastasia Moonchild palette, and I use this blue shade right here to put in my inner corners of my eyelids. Okay, and for the face portion, I use this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in Precious Petals, and I basically took that on like a highlighting fan brush, and I put that on my nose and on my cheek areas when I wanted to have some highlighted points in my face. Okay, and for the lips, I decided to use a brown lip liner, NYX Lingerie matte liquid lipstick in Teddy, and a Essence clear lip gloss for the look. And that's all I basically did for the lip area. For the brown lip liner, I basically did like an ombre effect with the lip with the matte lip gloss and the brown lip liner. Okay, and for setting spray, I will use my Wet n Wild Rose setting spray, and when I was done with that, I used my e.l.f. sponge to pat everything down. Alright, this is the complete look of me showing you guys this colorful makeup look. Thanks so much for watching. All of the products will be linked in the description box below if you have any questions of products I used. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye.